friends, and welcome back to a new bullet journal setup. I know I'm late, I only have 2 weeks left, but I want to make the most out of it. I suddenly got a huge wave of inspiration and I decided to go with Flying Whales theme. As you can see, my cover page is this illustration of this huge whale flying through the clouds and the sky, and there is planets around it, stars, and also a little girl hanging by its tail. For many years, I've seen illustrations of flying whales, but I never knew the meaning of it, and recently I found out that it was related to global warming, but I'm not really sure. Even though the clouds don't have like a specific shape to them, they were the hardest for me to create. And of course, I used my favorite ink pen, which is the Pilot Pure Liquid Ink. And I also used a gray Staedtler fine liner for shading. I didn't really know how to shade the clouds, but I've seen a lot of pictures in Pinterest doing hatching with straight lines. But of course, since there wasn't any light source specific, I was just hatching the clouds anywhere I can. I was really hesitant whether or not to color the whale because I really liked the ink illustration. But then I just decided to experiment a bit and use watercolor for the first time on this notebook. My first impression is that this notebook absorbs watercolor so fast, I can't even blend it. And I also was really careful with how much water I used because I didn't want to ruin the paper. But overall, it didn't bleed through, it did actually better than I thought it would. And overall, I actually liked the result. And I also found out that the ink was smudging because of the water. My least favorite part was actually the stars, but I think I could have done way better. And as you can see, my kitten actually really wanted to be part of this. For my monthly log, I decided to only plan 2 weeks because that's what's left. And I just added a section for goals, actions, and 2 habits. Hopefully, I'll get something done for the next 2 weeks. And I'm actually proud because I'm already getting this plan with me done now. Moving on to my weekly spreads. For my weekly spreads, I decided to use 2 different weekly layouts. The first one is when you have a huge task list, and when you're done with one task, you just cross the dot that is below the date. And the second one is when you have a box for each day. And by the way, I actually did a bit of journaling for my exam week prior to making these spreads.